Welcome back to Switch to Linux. This is the business news section of the weekly news roundup. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come along and hang out live and engage in all of the comments, that would be a cool thing to do. So you can help support the channel if you want to check out our affiliates page or our support page. We have two of those up on our Switch to Linux website, switchtolinux.com/affiliates and switchtolinux.com/support. If you happen to need anything, there's Amazon links if you want to buy things on Amazon. You may not want to after our business news. I think we have a few Amazon stories in here, don't we? I think we only have one. Anyway, we have those. So there's some web hostings, there's some VPNs, there's some podcasting tools. I'm looking to expand the affiliates soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. But regardless, let's jump on in. Speaking of Amazon, full disclosure, use my Amazon link up above, and that'll actually help support the channel. But anyway, Amazon workers. Now, actually, there's two places now. This one is in Sacramento. There's another one in Minnesota where there's protests and people are leaving because part-time employees get no medical benefits and are only allowed short periods of off-time work. So what caused this is there is a lady in Sacramento, and her mother-in-law went to the hospital in a very bad condition. It was in hospice. They let her leave work early. The mother-in-law died the next day, so she calls in. She calls in to take a bereavement leave. They say, sure, you can have 3 days off. So she goes back into work on the fourth day, and she was fired because of the time off that she had to take to attend to the matters of her dying mother-in-law. And similar things were happening up in Minnesota. This caused some workers in both these cities to walk out and stage some protests. And so it raises one of these questions. You know, I look at all this and go, you know what? Amazon is one of the richest companies in the world. Jeff Bezos is the richest guy in the world. Why don't you just feed a tiny bit? If he just literally fed 1 billion of his 3 trillion. That is 1/3000th% of his net worth back into paying better wages for his staff. Like, all of these problems would disappear. Okay, 1/3000th of your income, Bezos can do that. All right, just saying. I appreciate it. I don't want to overtax the rich guys. I don't want to overtax the rich people. They are genuinely the one that make a lot of jobs. But at some point in time, you got to start actually treating your employees well, even if those are contract employees or whatever else. I mean, it's not like these people are working hard to try and build a profit, build a company to a profitable level where they can pay our bills. This is one of the wealthiest companies in the world. They can pay their workers a little bit better, in all reality. That's my thoughts on that. This one was neat. Nerd City, a fellow YouTuber. Hello, Nerd City. Nerd City calls on YouTube for more demonetization transparency amid a new study about the LGBTQ video titles. This is an interesting case because if you don't remember, I don't remember if I even talked about it, but the LGBT community got together and put together a lawsuit to sue Google. And I thought that there were two major things I had about this. Number one, if you open this up to everybody, and number two, you drop the fact that they're biasing you because of your particular standpoints. I don't necessarily know if that's the case, because if you looked at that lawsuit and those individual creators, most of the people in there, they're not just LGBT people. They are literally producing things that are vile. Like some of them, like queer kid stuff, that channel should be put on restricted mode because they're explicitly targeting children with sexual themes. Explicitly targeting children with sexual themes. There's a few other ones named in that lawsuit who are actually, their videos are overly sexual with things visible. All of those things violate the ad policies. Now, if it's just mentioning it, that's a different case. But in light of all that, Nerd City and 3 other big YouTubers that are probably named in here, they got together this giant list of tags and did a series of studies and found that several words caused a general demonetization most of the time. And so with all of that, it was, I forget exactly how many lists, but what they ended up doing is having this giant spreadsheet document that they used with similar video clips and just tweaking. It was a very scientific study, and they found that one of the results they found is a lot of words that are generally found in the LGBT community generally caused an instant demonetization. So it does actually appear that the people did actually have a point. But it's not exclusive to those items. And that is why I think that their case will lose in their current form. But if those same group of creators open it up to everybody and said, we just need transparency, that would be a better chance of winning a case. So definitely an interesting situation and case to look into. So yeah, I think that we definitely do need more transparency as to what exactly causes demonetization. Like the news articles, these ones here, they are generally demonetized almost instantly. The Linuxy videos, rarely anymore do those get demonetized. Maybe it's just something about, running news articles or something. I don't work for CNN or Fox, therefore I'm an evil guy. I don't know. But anyway, don't miss the big story. I'm sorry, I'm going to miss it. All right. Consumer Reports. So Consumer Reports, this is, I don't know why this is in the news. Cable company fees add up to $450 in typical annual bill. This is kind of neat because I got a little thing in the mail the other day from Comcast, the company that I hate, that unfortunately is my only choice for internet. And they're like, hey, give us a call for this. And I thought, man, I bet this is somewhat related to the story we covered last week where they're giving out these Xfinity boxes or whatever to people for all these. And it was kind of like that. Like when I decided, hey, I'd call the people up because my internet bill went from $60 a month to $95 a month, and like overnight. So I was like, sure, let me call them up. Well, I could get $4 off my bill if we went to this new model, which included that streaming type package, which they said I didn't even have to have the device. You just had to get on and create the account, and then if you wanted, you could download the app or just view it on the internet. I'm looking at this, and it's like $4 cheaper, and I almost did it, except I had them break down for me over the phone what the bill looks like. And basically, the internet fee goes down like $15, but then they added a $10 cable network fee. I said, well, I'm never going to use this. Why don't we just take the $15 off? Because I'm never going to sign in and use this. And she's like, oh no, we can't do that. And so I just decided to stay with my $95 because what I don't want is they could say, oh, but this price is locked in. But you know what they're going to do is they're going to lock that price in, but then that distribution fee, which is not in the locked in price, that they can just keep going up and up and up and up and up and up. And so eventually, if I went with that plan, even though it was technically locked in for 2 years, the bill would still keep going up because it's a fee, not the actual price of the service I'm paying for, and the price of the service is the one that they're doing. So I said, no, I'll just stick with my $95, and I'll just keep calling you guys until somebody gives me a discount. So Consumer Reports responds that looking at this, what the fee? Yeah, let's see. Can I zoom in on this guy here? Okay. There's a little bit bigger picture. All right. Okay, there you go. There's a nice big picture. So basically what this bill is now I have a question for it. Like, maybe I'm not in the loop, but I think anybody who pays $257 a month for their cable TV needs to be beaten in the head with a wet noodle. This is insane. This is insane. This is why our country can't have nice things. This is why people are running and going, I'm so broke, I can't pay my bills, and I'm down to my elbows. You're paying $250 a month on cable television. Here's a tip. Get rid of the stupid cable television and go get yourself a job. All right, but anyway, the monthly services, this is the one that doesn't change, is $170, includes preferred TV with Variety Pass, DVR service, HBO, Cinemax, Ultimate, 500 Internet, home phone, national, and voicemail. Woohoo! Ultimate Triple Plus discount, a $10 discount. Broadcast TV fee, $10.99. By the way, this broadcast TV fee is the one that they wanted to charge me for. HD Pass, $10.99. Set-top box, $10.99. DVR service, $10.99. This is interesting. DVR service is right here, included. Why am I getting charged a DVR service when DVR service is included? All right, HD service, internet home modem lease and home Wi-Fi is, at least that one's zero. Total thing is there. And then, surcharges, franchise fee, regulatory fee, PG. Now, here's the thing where's my tinfoil hat. Here's one of the things that I had said in the past. There is a notice on the bottom, at least on Comcast's bill, that says, you only have, I think it's 90 days to dispute the accuracy of the bill. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get everybody on digital bills and on auto pay. Because when you switch to digital bills and auto pay, the average person, I realize if you're not average, but the average person will never look at it again. They will never look at it again. So then Comcast just keeps on charging up and up and up and up and up, and these fees just keep going up and up and up and up and up. And then as these fees just keep going up and up and up and up and up, you don't recognize it because you're not looking at your bills. You're not looking at the credit card statements. You're just paying what they say to be paid. It's being billed automatically. And when you finally like, why is this credit card statement so high? And you look at it, you go, this is crazy. You cannot go back to Comcast to dispute those bills because it's been 90 days. So you got to be careful on all this stuff. Be very careful on all this stuff. All right, let's go ahead and drop this guy back down to regular size, and on to our feature story. Asia Pi wins and loses in court regarding net neutrality. So this is where the net neutrality repeal was sent to court, and the judges mostly upheld it. So this is sad. Now, of course, there's still some people walking around going, oh yeah, you guys were saying doom and gloom, and it's not here yet, ha ha ha. You guys look just about as exciting as Asia Pi did the day after when he did that annoyingly bad video, because these companies don't change stuff in a heartbeat. And FYI, Comcast was under a government order to not change anything, and I'm not sure if that has yet passed or if it is yet to pass. So sit here and go, well, net neutrality passed and nothing has changed. Well, what did you think? They were going to cause absolute mass changes to everything overnight? No, it would cause mass chaos and total outrage, and then they would be forced to turn it back. They're going to roll it out slowly like a frog in a pot. And as they're doing this, what ended up happening is the court mostly upheld Asia Pi's case. I don't know why. He probably just passed them some money. But what the courts did rule is that the FCC could not prevent states from running their own net neutrality. In other words, government's not going to do anything, but the states are. And you know what? I can't complain about that too bad, because that's kind of more the independent argument. I'm not a pure independent, but that's the libertarian argument. I'm not a pure libertarian, but at the same token, I would kind of still prefer that there's a little bit more oversight, because regulating internet practices state to state is kind of an insane thing. But what they didn't do is they did not say they could not have any specific ruling over any state. What they have to do now is any state has to be sued individually regarding its personal net neutrality rule. So I don't know if that's good or bad news. Let me know what you guys think about all that in the comments down below.